Hey, what's going on? Did you love G-Ho, everybody? I mean, either you were there, you wanted to be there, or you had something to say about who was there, right. Hey, the Aggies put on a show. They didn't win, but a show nonetheless. We'll take you there in a few minutes. Hey, everybody, it's HBCU Game Day Saturday. It's TC. It's a great day. Regular season finales in D2 just getting heated up in D1. And it's my son's birthday. There's cake in my future. And diapers. I started late in life. Had my fun, though. All right, let's get down to business. Biggest on-field news this week, Alabama State released Donald Hill-Ely from coaching duties after the loss in the Magic City Classic last weekend to Alabama A&M. It was the fourth straight loss to the Bulldogs. Now, Coach Ely was a good man by my accounts. I always enjoy talking to him and definitely wish him the best, but the name of the game is winning. That's how it works for everyone. Now, Alabama State needs to get football right. They are great in like everything else. And if they can create a solid winner in Montgomery, they definitely have the facilities to have that town rocking. Now, do they go celebrity hire? Do they swoop someone from in the SWAC who's maybe not a little happy where they are? I don't know. But I do know that I don't think, did you catch that? I don't think Dr. Capel is going to just hire a promoter and go the safe route. Look, it's an arms race in the SWAC. Everybody's trending in the up. We'll see what they do. Hey, Tennessee State was in that same position earlier this year. They had to talk Eddie George into taking the position, and so far so good. Things got off to a slow start, but they got it together now, and an opportunity with a real statement game on the table today against UT Martin on the road. An opportunity to beat the top team in the OVC and make a claim that you are now one of the top teams in the league. Jeremy Hickbottom balling out right now, and we are talking about TSU football in November. Haven't done that in a while, so give them hell, Tigers, today. Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, one of those states is going to host next weekend's SIAC championship game, but right now we have no idea, which is really terrible for travel plans, but it makes for an interesting day of football because Lane, Kentucky State, and Miles are all tied atop the SIAC West standings. The West champion hosts the championship game, so today, if Miles beats Tuskegee at home, they win outright. Kentucky State needs a Miles loss and a victory against Central State. Lane needs both teams to lose, and they need to beat Benedict to take home the title. Should everyone lose, Miles is the champion. Whew. It's going to be quite a day in the SIAC out west. Now, the winner will host Albany State, who won the SIAC East last weekend in a tough mutter against Morehouse.
Albany State in Atlanta taking on Morehouse, and let me tell you, NEC travels to any city in America. It travels well. All right, let's get things kicked off. Morehouse must win to keep their championship hopes alive. Albany State doesn't have to win, but they could clinch with a victory on Saturday plus a Savannah State win. Rainy, chilly afternoon, which would impact the game to a degree. Albany looking to air it out early. Deontay Banu set sail, leaving it for Rashad Jordan, but just a hair off. But as the game gets going, Jordan finds his grip, runs a nice route there, but a solid drive goes awry when the center rockets the ball over Banu's head. Morehouse recovers. Michael Sims rolling out of the pocket finds a receiver, but only problem, he plays for Albany State. Seriously though, that was one of those 50-50 balls, and Albany State came away with it. DeShazio Williams comes away with the pick. Hey, here's an Omega OG. He and the frat liking how things look early for Albany State. All right, let's go to the second period. Banu, ball a little wet, maybe. A routine clean snap, and he just can't hold on to it. Here, nearly a handoff that goes to the wrong team. Whoops. The defense was where the offense was supposed to be. Hey, when in doubt, run. Everything works just fine on this play. Javon Wooten has the defender on his outside, no one on the inside. Yeah, buddy. Perfection right there. Albany State up 7-0. Hey, watch the cameraman. That's my friend. He's old like me, doesn't move fast. Final play of the first half. Banu with the Hail Mary to the end zone. Another 50-50 ball. Armani Maddox, the freshman, picks it off. Nice return, but time expires with the tackle. Halftime, both bands in the house. That's always a nice touch. ASU bringing the showtime with the Marching Rams Show Band, and Morehouse and the House of Funk is not complete without a little mahogany in your life. All right, 2 quarters to go. Coach Freeman knows whatever adjustments need to be made, now is the time. All right, this is a good start. Once again, that football hard to hang on to for Albany State. Morehouse with the turnover and excellent field position. And it comes down to 3rd and goal. Sims finding Sean Strickland. Morehouse ties the game 7 apiece. Later in the quarter, Morehouse driving again, 4th and short, and they come up short. The Albany State defense holds. Golden Rams decide, let's just feed Cam Ward the ball. Ward and the offensive line just hits beast mode on the sticks, and there they go. Handoff, pitch, touchdown, dragging his defender to make it 14-7 Albany State. 4th quarter, bend, don't break for the ASU defense. Morehouse on the move, but the drive gets down to a 3rd down, and Sims having to scramble and get rid of the ball. Morehouse would settle for a field goal, a 14-10 ball game. Albany State driving, 3 minutes to go. Maybe an opportunity to just run some clock, but instead pressure on the quarterback and a severely underthrown ball. That's a Morehouse pick. 2nd of the day for Maddox. Morehouse has what could be the game-winning drive. Sims to Strickland right along the sideline, but it all comes down to this. 4th down. Sims looking for Albert Cannell. 81 has the position on the DB, but the pass about 5 yards too strong. Through the back of the end zone, and Albany State able to finally run out the clock and hang on for a nail-biting 14-10 win over Morehouse, coupled with Savannah State's win over Fort Valley. The Golden Rams clinch the SIAC East.
I'd like to tell you that I wasn't nervous, but I was, okay? We didn't play very good all game. All right, we didn't handle what we needed to do. Super happy to win, survive and advance. We're all about that. Hey, we got to play better, and we got to, execute on offense, turn it over 4 times. Hey, credit to Morehouse. They've done it the whole second half of the season, turning people over. All right, but we got to play better.
Okay, let's get back to the SWAC. Now we've made it through homecoming season and the festivities return to as close to whatever normal feels like since life as we knew it back in 2019 pre-pandemic. What a time. I don't know why I emphasized pandemic like that. That was kind of strange. But what a time it was to be alive at FAMU. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear it from Mr. Rattler himself, Vaughn Wilson.
It was named the Epic Return. Homecoming 2021 at FAMU. A whole week of activities included the ribbon cutting on a new student performance amphitheater due to a hefty donation from alum Will Packer, to which the amphitheater was named. Following that, Stephen A. Smith and First Take broadcasted their show right from the amphitheater. Special guest for that event was comedian actor Kevin Hart. Saturday morning began with the annual parade around the campus, but at 4 p.m., it was time to strap it up on the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee. And the Florida A&M Rattlers had all intentions of being bad hosts for Broderick Fobbs and the visiting Grambling State Tigers.
Your boy Trick Daddy Dollar, supporting HBCU, FAMU only, damn it.
With an announced attendance of 31,1887, the orange and green was flowing as the Rattlers showed up decked out in all orange. While the Tigers were all white, ready to spoil homecoming. The Rattlers, with a renewed focus on winning each game for consideration in the NCAA FCS playoffs, wasted no time. Rashawn McKay hits Bishop Bonnet on this flat pass for a first down. Terrell Jennings, one half of the big boy backfield, made a pancake out of a Tiger defensive back. Mama, there goes that man. McKay would complete this short pass to Chad Hunter to keep the drive alive, driving right down the field on the first drive of the day, ending with this score to K-Dot. That's Jamari Shareed on the roster. That footwork at the end is the difference between a touchdown and a first down. Grambling couldn't find any rhythm all day as quarterback Elijah Walker was the most powerful running back at the beginning. Wesley Calloway tries this jet sweep, but Courtney Cox was like, "Not on this side, homie." GSU tried to see if there was an opening inside, but nah, the Rattler defensive front wasn't having that either, holding the G-Man to less than 200 yards of total offense. McKay comes back with another pass to K-Dot, and he gets a big gain for the Rattlers. Starting off the second quarter, McKay hits Jermaine Hawkins in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown, putting the Rattlers up 14-0. C.J. Russell tries to run outside, but Courtney Cox wasn't having that either. Savion Williams, the Tennessee transfer, was dominating the inside. He gets the sack on this play. He'll be back later in the show. The alumni side was on swole as the largest crowd in decades donned Bragg Memorial Stadium. Gentle Hunt wanted to get in on some of this Tiger action, stuffing the run up the middle. Daquez Brunton was like, "Let me have a shot," and broke for a long gain off the right side. Then the other half of the big boy backfield, Jalen McLeod, bowls in the end zone to put the Rattlers up 21-0 before the half.
Quick handoff to McLeod. Second effort. McLeod goes in. That's a touchdown, FAMU.
Halftime means the Marching 100. The Grambling Marching Band was supposed to attend, but due to an untimely incident, they did not come. FAMU's band played a tribute to the fallen band member. Now back to second half action. Bruton was off the right side again, but Nadarius Fagan snuffs it out at the line. The Tigers scored their only points of the game on this Garrett Urban 30-yard field goal. The student section and the band were feeling the vibes from homecoming. From there, the big boys would bring it home for the Rattlers. McLeod brings that load off the right side. Chad Hunter hauls in another pass to get it close. Grambling is trying to find a spark as they get the ball on downs with their backs to the end zone. It didn't work out because here comes that dude again. Savion Williams collects 2 points for a FAMU safety. On the kickoff, Xavier Lodge puts a big hit on Xavier Smith. Coach Fobbs is like, "I got nothing at this point." It just wasn't in the cards for GSU. With the big boys churning the clock away, it was inevitable at this point. This game keeps the Rattlers on pace if there is any hope of an NCAA playoff bid. The Rattlers are now 6-2 and 4-1 in the SWAC, holding second place right behind the JSU Tigers. Grambling falls to 3-5, 2-3 in SWAC play. This week, the G-Men will travel to Arkansas Pine Bluff, while the Rattlers will travel to the Bayou to face the Southern University Jaguars.
Okay, back to life, back to reality. In today's schedule in the SWAC, 3 weeks to go, and here's what today looks like. Our folks in the Central Time Zone will still be eating their Fruit Loops or Corn Pops or Raisin Bran for some of y'all. I like Raisin Bran because Alcorn and Bethune-Cookman, they're going to kick off 12 on the East Coast. Valley at Alabama A&M. Could Valley bring the heat on the road like they do at home? Texas Southern has been feeling good about themselves lately. A great opportunity to prove themselves at Jackson State today. More on that in a minute. Graham Fam on the road at UAPB. Interim coach Travis Pearson takes over for Alabama State. They are at Prairie View A&M. Jawan Pass and the Panthers rolling out west. Now, is it the game or will it be the halftime show? I'm going to say both. On and poppin'. Yeah, I still say on and poppin'. We've retired the word lit here at HBCU Game Day, but I'm not mad if you think today's game will be lit. FAMU and Southern. Whew. All right, Texas Southern has their man at quarterback. Freshman Andrew Body has Tiger Nation in Houston feeling good, even chirping a little bit. One of our photographers here, Dominique Monday, really feels like Texas Southern is going to win today. He was talking this week, feeling good. Hey, but that's what we want. Nobody wants a down fan base. All right, so interim coach Gary Harrell, he's back in charge for the third week in a row by all indications, and the staff is well aware of this resurgent Texas Southern squad.
So it's good to be back home, get some of that home cooking, rest in your own bed for the most part. But this week is all about the next opponent. We know it's a SWAC opponent, but the next opponent, go 1-0. But it's going to be good to be back home, and I'm sure Coach Prime is going to be still involved, going to be somewhere watching, who knows, might be there Saturday. But, this week is about the preparation, about being disciplined. We talked about being humble, all the things that's coming towards us and for us. Make sure we give thanks to those that's involved.
Well, the game plan this week is they have a really dynamic freshman quarterback, and we need to contain him and control him as much as possible. If we can eliminate that part of their game, we have a really great chance of pulling out the win. And that's what we come to do. We're confident in our abilities, but we got to prepare for what they have. Now, this team has given a lot of other teams some problems, and they've had some close games. They put out some amazing wins as well. So they're not to be taken lightly, and we're going to make sure we don't.
So he did throw in there that we might see Coach Sanders today. Interesting that he said that. We'll see. Okay, it's that time of the year again, right? Awards season. And next month, HBCU Game Day will present our National Players of the Year for Division I and Division II, brought to you exclusively by our friends, Product Placement at Protect Your Skull. They do a lot of great things in the community. They have a great sports drink here, a couple of great flavors, so check them out. Protect Your Skull. Now, let's take a look at the field as it narrows itself down. Who's the best in Black college football? Here are your statistical leaders heading into the weekend.
Y'all, it's game day. When the band is what you hearing, everybody here is cheering. All your worries disappearing, y'all, it's game day. Whether televised or streaming live in person while you're screaming, no more waiting, no more dreaming, y'all, it's game day. When the band is what you hearing, everybody here is cheering. All your worries disappearing, y'all, it's game day. Whether televised or streaming live in person while you're screaming, no more waiting, no more dreaming, y'all, it's game day. Tallahassee, from Jackson to Itty Bean, music blaring for comparing. That saying my fit is clean and split the meaning. From taking pictures to yelling at the referees, you be on this indefinitely. I hope a play was left for me, it's game day. We go from Birmingham to Baltimore. The spirit, I can hear it, it ain't something I can fault you for. The coach gonna have to halt the score. We about to blow them out. The culture is impeccable. It's something you should know about. Game day. Down in Atlanta up to Fayetteville. You know we got our tickets, gotta kick it. You can say it's real hard to explain the way.
Okay, CIAA wraps up its regular season today, and there's no drama in terms of who wins and who loses because the divisions are already wrapped up. That's okay. They played the games. That's how it turned out. It'll be Bowie State and Fayetteville State squaring off again in the CIAA championship game. But today, rivalry day, an opportunity for some teams to end the season on a high note with a victory over teams that they love to beat. Back in my hometown, it's the Battle of Raleigh, the Raleigh Classic. Shaw U taking on St. Augustine's, and good times in Raleigh, but not Raleigh-Durham. There's Raleigh. There's Durham. They're two separate cities. There's no such thing as Raleigh-Durham. Stop saying that. All right, off that soapbox. Hey, as I'm told by my friend Jacoby Simmons, people up north above the Mason-Dixon line, they take their football pretty seriously as well. That emotion on display last weekend. Delaware State and Howard.
In Dover, Delaware, the Delaware State Hornets met up with the Howard Bison in MEAC play. Both teams coming off a tough loss on their respective homecomings. This week, we will see who will right the ship. The Bison got off to a good start, marching 66 yards on 6 plays, on what culminated in a 37-yard TD pass from Howard's Quentin Williams to senior wideout Antoine Murray. Delaware wasted little time hopping on the board. And less than a minute later, Jared Lewis hit Trey Gross for a 59-yard TD score, making the score 7-7. The Hornets kept their foot on the gas in the second quarter with a 15-yard TD strike to Bizette Woodley from Lewis. The extra point failed, making the score 13-7. Later, Howard put together a nice drive, 70 yards and 12 plays, but it stalled and had to settle for a Faraje Woodson 43-yard field goal, bringing the Bison closer 13-10. However, the Hornets seemed to have an answer for the Bison. Lewis tossed his third TD pass, connecting with Gerard Halsey from 35 yards on fourth down, putting the Hornets up going into the half 20-10. In the third quarter, with a Bison touchdown and both teams exchanging field goals, the score was now 23-17. And guess what? Howard handed the ball to Mr. Big Play Ian Wheeler, who showed us his big play ability, bursting through the Hornets defense, and 65 yards later, the Bisons were back on the board. With the chance to take the lead, the Bison tried for a point after attempt, but it was blocked to settle the score at 23-23. Lewis and Gross hooked up again, this time for 14 yards, to put the Hornets back on top, 30-23. The Bison had one more chance to tie the game, but the Hornet defense sealed the deal, breaking up a pass in the end zone. The Hornets seemed to have something going, winning the last 3 out of 4. Coach Milstead is putting something together. We're looking to see, but here's what he has to say.
Looking through the windshield, okay, and not looking in the rearview mirror. And that's all our kids talk about all week long. We're going to look forward, Coach. We're going to look forward. We're going to get this. We're going to get this one. And they believe, they practice hard, and they deserve to win.
Today's MEAC schedule is lean, but is mean. Morgan State with his first win of the season this past Thursday. Today we have Howard at South Carolina State. And that machine out in Norfolk is looking to take over the homecoming at North Carolina Central. Well, two good friends and former Eagle teammates will be on opposite sidelines today. They even coached together, now coaching against each other. Trey Oliver facing off against Dawson Odoms.
You know, as HBCUs, nobody want to get beat on homecoming. So Coach Oliver is going to have those guys fired up and ready to play. And it's going to be an old street fight, and we know that. We know the territory that we're going in. We understand what we need to do, and we just got to go in there and play Spartan football. And if we do that, we think success will find us. You'll never see me get out of composure about who we playing. Been down this road several times, and I really think a calm demeanor, just understanding the situation, understand who you're playing against, and stick to your formula. And that's what we're going to do. We know who we are. We know our process. We're going to stick to it. And come Saturday, we're going to kick off and see what happens.
Coach Odoms and I, we did play on the defense side of the ball here back under Coach Little many years ago. And, we were a good friend of mine. And obviously, I had the opportunity to work with him, work for him at Southern University. And great coach, very knowledgeable of the game. And he's done an outstanding job since he's taken over the program at Norfolk. And, I think they'll be very successful, in years to come. And like I said, he's a good person, good friend of mine. And I'm really happy to see, where both of us careers have taken us, from way back in 95, I think we first got together to now. So I wish him all the best, except for this Saturday.
Can we talk about the year that Pootie Carter, which we all love saying Pootie, is having at quarterback for Norfolk State University? At some point during today's game, he's going to pass the great Aaron Sparrow as the #1 passer in Norfolk State history. And if you're of my ilk, my age and you remember early 90s football in the CIAA, you remember just how good Aaron Sparrow was. I'm going to test my memory. Was James Rowe, was that his receiver? Did I get that right? Let me know in the comments. I mean, I did radio for a bowl, what was the Gold Bowl game? It was at that minor league stadium in Norfolk, Winston-Salem State, Norfolk. Man, it was a classic. A lot of talent on that field. But let's get back to the present. Dawson Odoms is even-keeled, careful with his words, but even for him, it's hard not to gush over the play of Pootie Carter.
He's playing at a high level this year. I think he's having a really good season, and he understands what's in front of him. He understands what this team wants to achieve. And his individual accomplishments, they keep coming. And Sparrow has been at the top of that list for a long time. And for him to even be close to it is a testament to the players that have played with Carter and the coaches that have had the chance to coach him. It takes a lot to be able to bring down those types of records, but he's having a good year, and hopefully he continues to be the person that we need him to be from a leadership standpoint and continue to grow. And not only is he going to be able to break some records here at Norfolk State, but he also going to put himself in a position to become the man that we all know he can become and become the father that he's going to need to be for his little one. And if those things happen, then I think he can look back at Norfolk State and say, well done.
Okay, if you're still with us here on HBCU Game Day Saturday, the best part has arrived. Wally Pitt, our chief cinematographer, among many jobs here at HBCU Game Day, takes you inside of GHO. In case you missed it or you just want to relive it, enjoy GHO, the movie.
Back in the borough for the greatest homecoming on earth at North Carolina A&T State University. And after a year off,
I'm back today. We're going to see what's up now.
This year's GHO was on some next level shit. 2021 marks the Aggies' first ever Big South homecoming, and A&T wasn't out here scheduling no cupcakes.
About that time, let's get it, man.
The Aggies welcomed the back-to-back Big South Conference champion Monmouth Hawks to the Dog Pound, and them Jersey boys came to the 336 ready to get active. And for their first time squaring up, this game had all the conference homecoming rivalry energy you could ask for. And y'all know homecoming ain't nothing but a big family reunion, so when I pull up to GHO, the first people I gotta go see is my family at the Overtime Boys tailgate.
You know what I'm saying? When the fourth quarter, when the game over, everybody go home, but we always out here. We the last ones to leave. We shut it down, baby. We the overtime. We don't leave at 10 o'clock.
It's emotional because this is family, and a year without my family, that was hurting. But here we are. We all back together as usual. It's all about that Aggie fry with the overtime.
I talk fried fish with the fellas.
What kind of fish do you use? Something specific every time?
I'm tell you like I tell the people, the kind of swim. And free. Back here and get some of this fish action.
I've heard that fried fish is the GHO food. How does that happen?
It's a staple of GHO. If you don't have fish, you don't have a tailgate. Fish and chicken. And the sides. All day, every day. GHO 2021.
And pulled up on the OG Alphas, who was out here like they still running the yard.
I said deep in my heart, I love my 8-5. I love my 8-5. I love it, I love it, I love it. Deep in my heart, I love my 8-5. I love my 8-5. I love it, I love it, I love it.
And once I hit the sideline, I chopped it up with the young legends, the forever champion Celebration Bowl era Aggies.
2017, baby. 2017, baby. 13 and what? 13 and 0?
And I'm with the mob today. I'm with the mob today. I'm with the mob today. I'm with the mob today.
Out the gate. What's up, baby? What's up? What's good? What's good? Outside! Brandon Parker, nice to be back. They think it's sweet. It's never sweet.
But Big South T came into this one with a chip of a 2-game losing skid on their shoulders.
Dominate on 3, execute on 6. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. 4, 5, 6. Execute.
Looking to make everybody remember to put some respect back on their name.
If you're ready to bully somebody today, go in the locker room. It's time to bully them.
But then Monmouth Hawks brought that same energy down from Long Branch, New Jersey. Monmouth receivers showing off the hands. Lonnie Moore No stick 'em needed. The refs say the breakup was too late and it's 14-0 Monmouth going into the second quarter. But here come that Aggie run game. Big man, Jermaine Martin cuts back and takes it 27 yards. Then he punches it in from 3 yards out and the Aggies are on the board, down 14-7. And it's bully meets bully. The Monmouth run game headed straight downhill as Jaden Sheardon big hawks his way in for 6 and a 21-7 lead over A&T at G-Ho. The Aggie D locked in. Jacob Roberts gets the big sack and the OG Aggies turn him up on the sideline. And I saw that Jehovah had returned to homecoming, so it was only right the Aggies got a blessing. The Hawks botch a snap. Monmouth quarterback Tony Muskett takes it out the back of the end zone for a safety. And the Aggie fans were out there swag surfing their way to a comeback. Aggies on the move. 2 minutes left until halftime. Jalen Fowler faking the handoff and finding Nick Dobson for the score. He hits the gritty, and A&T goes into the half down 21-16. And like I said earlier, the Aggies and Hawks were out here feeling more like longtime rivals than first-time foes, and it got a little bit chippy heading into the locker rooms for halftime. And before you could catch your breath from everything going on the field, the blue and gold marching machine pulled up and reminded us that this is homecoming with no opposing band, and the BGMM came to funk this mother up. And while the homecoming energy was on 10 going into the second half, the Monmouth run game sucked all the juice out of G-Ho, one tough run after the other. But the Aggies had their chances. An offensive pass interference called this touchdown back that would have made it a one-possession game. And A&T just couldn't get any offense going in the second half. And the back-to-back Big South champs talked the talk after walking into G-Ho and leaving with a 35-16 win.
Walk in your trap, take over your trap. That's how you trap, and that's how you clear a stadium. That's how you clear a whole stadium. When they G-Ho. G-Ho! I just do me, man. Walk in your trap, take over your trap.
Well, despite the vibe, they still keep scoring. Things have not gone the way that North Carolina A&T fans hoped for in their first year in the Big South. They have lost 3 in a row, but still a chance to win 3 in a row before the year is over. Aggies on the road at Charleston Southern and Hampton at home today with Gardner-Webb. All right, let's hear now from Sam Washington.
And it's very important that we finish the season strong. We have an opportunity, to win 3 ball games. So let's go and let's prepare and go get us a win.
You also said in the press conference that if that is the championship team, meaning particularly Monmouth, and obviously having also played Kennesaw State, who is considered maybe the second best team in the conference, that you're not far away. What do you mean by that kind of statement?
Well, to be the best, you must beat the best. And those have been the 2 top tiers of teams in this league for quite some time now. And I thought we were in both ball games. We had a chance to win both at some point. Had we been just did a little bit more than what we did, and so that's why I made that statement that we're not far away.
All right, that's it for another edition of HBCU Game Day Saturday. Enjoy the games today, whether you are in person and a little chilly. You gotta get your hoodie on. Gotta get that blanket. You gotta get right because it is November. The weather is here, but that's when football really, really gets good. A lot of platforms, ESPN, a lot of teams are broadcast. Man, Valley does a great job on their YouTube channel. Shout out to Valley. A lot of schools doing a good job. So look, just find it. We have ways to watch articles on HBCU Game Day, but here's the kicker, man. If you can't find it today, we'll have all the scores for you at hbcugameday.com. So check us out throughout the day. Videos, pictures, articles, recaps. We are your destination on an HBCU Game Day Saturday. All right, I'm Tolly Carr in Atlanta, about to go enjoy some cake, celebrate Noah's birthday. I'll talk to you guys later tonight.
Y'all, it's game day. When the band is what you hearing, everybody here is cheering. All your worries disappearing, y'all, it's game day. Whether televised or streaming live in person while you're screaming, no more waiting, no more dreaming, y'all, it's game day.